السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، وأفضل الصلاة وأتم التسليم على نبينا محمد المبعوث رحمة للعالمين، وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين، ومن تبعهم بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. Dear brothers and sisters, welcome to a new show of Tadabarul Quran with me, Sheikh Ahmed al-Nashash. And inshallah today, I'll continue our journey through Surah Al-A'raf. And as I mentioned before, that you'll find many stories of the prophets alayhim salatu wasalam in this surah. So I spoke in the last 2 weeks about about the story of Nuh alayhi salam. Now today inshallah I'll talk about the story of Hud alayhi salam and the story of Salih alayhi salam. So the story in Surah Al-A'raf starts from ayah 65. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وإلى عاد أخاهم هودا قال يا قوم اعبدوا الله ما لكم من إله غيره أفلا تتقون. And to Ad people we sent their brother Hud. He said, O my people, worship Allah. You have no other ilah God but Him. La ilaha illallah. None has the right to be worshipped but Allah. Will you not fear Allah? So here we have these two names. We have Ad and Hud. And Ad is the tribe, or the name of the tribe. And the historians, they said they are from Sam, the son of Nuh alayhi salam. And only between Ad and Nuh, according to some of the Mufassirin, 3 or 4 forefathers. Some they said 5. But the idea is that they are from Sam, the son of Nuh alayhi salam. And they used to live in Yemen, not far from what they call it Hadramaut now. And there is authentic hadith narrated by Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib radiyallahu ta'ala an, that he asked someone about an area in Yemen, and he said to him, do you know that area? And there is like a mountain there or a hill. And he said yes. And he said, it is red area. He said yes. He said, in that area there is the grave of Hud alayhi salam. So that hadith, which is authentic, is telling us according to the knowledge of Imam Ali radiallahu ta'ala, which obviously from the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, that the place of Hud alayhi salam was in Yemen. And we have to remember that most of the Arab tribes who lived in the other parts of Arab Peninsula came from Yemen, all of them. And there was a migration about after the catastrophe of Ma'rib Dam. And so these tribes, they started to move to the north. Some of them stayed in Mecca, in Medina, in Ta'if, and so on. And Hud alayhi salam was one of them. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned this here clearly in the ayah. He said, وَإِلَىٰ عَادٍ أَخَاهُمْ هُودًا. So to this tribe, which is Ad, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent their brother Hud, one of them. And Ibn Kathir, rahmatullahi ta'ala alayhi, said in his tafsir that he used to be one of the most noble families, and you'll find all the prophets alayhim salatu wasalam came from noble families. So he's one of them, one of that tribe. And when the Quran mentioned this word akhahum, their brother, to show you that these people, when they came firstly from the same tribe, and also most of the time, or the general term, that your brother should tell you something good for you. The brother will not tell you something bad or something will be harmful. So this is something we can understand from the word أخاهم إلى عاد. So what's his message? قال يا قوم اعبدوا الله ما لكم من إله غيره. And we'll find the same message of all the prophets. Worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You have no other ilah but him. La ilaha illallah. So the da'wah of all the prophets alayhim salatu wasalam is this da'wah, this message. La ilaha illallah. So Nuh alayhi salam, he said the same. Hud alayhi salam, he said the same. And when we go through the other prophets who mentioned in this surah or other surahs, inshallah ta'ala, we'll find the same message. La ilaha illallah. And we know Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam came with the same message. So all the prophets have the same message. La ilaha illallah. Then he invited them. أفلا تتقون? Will you not fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? And here, these words, according to some Mufassirin, means that these people, they know or they have an idea about Allah. Because if they have no idea about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at all, to say to them, worship Allah, and they might say, who's Allah? We don't know what you're talking about. But when he's saying, U'budullah, worship Allah, then they have an idea about who's Allah. But what was their problem? The problem that they are worshipping idols, statues, believing that these statues will be like mediators between them and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What was the reply of the people? Ayah 66. قال الملأ الذين كفروا من قومه إنا لنراك في سفاهة وإنا لنظنك من الكاذبين. The leaders of those who disbelieved among his people said, verily we see you in foolishness, and verily we think you are one of the liars. Let us look at the words that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala chose in this ayah. First, he said al-mala. And usually, the word al-mala in the Quran, when you, especially when it comes in these prophets or the stories of these prophets, it is to talk about the leaders. And these leaders, mostly, they are the rich people. Those who are respected, and they have influence on the tribe. So the people, they are listening to them. They're considering them that they have the knowledge, they have the wisdom, and they have the leadership as well. So who confronted Hud alayhi salam? The leaders, al-mala. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, they committed this, the kufr, unbelief. They don't believe in Allah. And min qawmihi. So they are from the same tribe. So accused him of two things. The first thing accused Hud is that you are foolish. What are you talking about? How you'd like us to leave all these gods and worship one God? Yani, this idea of monotheism doesn't go in our heads. So we have these gods, yani, they are different, and the scholars they give them names, what they used to believe. So they said, how all these gods now will be one God, and we also inherited the worship of these gods from our forefathers. So, are you saying our forefathers they don't understand anything, and you are the one who understand? No, we don't think that you are talking from wisdom. You are only talking from foolishness. And the second thing they accused him, we think that you are a liar. And you can see here, brothers and sisters, that this accusation of lying being one of the phenomena that the people who doesn't want to believe what they call their prophets. They called Hud this, they called Noah that, they called Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam that, they called him Sahirun Kadhab, that you are a magician and you are a liar. وَإِنَّا لَنَظُنُّكَ مِنَ الْكَاذِبِينَ. We think that you are just making lies. Now, Hud alayhi salam like to refute what they are saying. قال يا قوم ليس بي سفاهة ولكني رسول من رب العالمين. Hud said, "O my people, there is no foolishness in me, but I am a messenger from you, the Lord of Al-Alameen, mankind, jinn, and all that exists." So, Hud, in this, he refuted, rejected their claim. He said, "No, I know that I am not foolish, and you know that. You can recognize who's foolish or not. And I'm telling you, I am only a messenger from Allah, your Lord. Not only your Lord, the Lord of everything exists, humans, jinn, and everything. And what is my message? أبلغكم رسالات ربي وأنا لكم ناصح أمين. I convey unto you the message of my Lord, and I am a trustworthy advisor or will-wisher for you. So, Rasul al-Amin is very important. The description of Rasul al-Amin is very important. I am honest, I am trustworthy, I care about you. Nasih. And subhanallah, any any prophet, he was saying the same thing. All the prophets they said the same thing. Nasih, I am advising you. And now these days, yani, I can say most or all those who are preaching Islam, why they are doing this? Because they like to advise the people, to warn the people. They like the people to be on the right path. أبلغكم رسالات ربي وأنا لكم ناصح أمين. And now he discussed the, the matter of the messenger in ayah 69. أَوَعَجِبْتُمْ أَنْ جَاءَكُمْ ذِكْرٌ مِّنْ رَبِّكُمْ عَلَى رَجُلٍ مِّنْكُمْ لِيُنْذِرَكُمْ واذكروا إذ جعلكم خلفاء من بعد قوم نوح وزادكم في الخلق بسطة فاذكروا آلاء الله لعلكم تفلحون. Do you wonder that there has come to you a reminder and an advice from your Lord through a man from amongst you to warn you? And remember that he made you successors after the people of Noah and increased your applying stature. So remember the graces bestowed upon you from Allah so that you may be successful. So here Hud alayhi salam is discussing few things. The first thing, he is discussing the idea of sending a man, because these people they thought if there is a messenger, he should be something different from him. And even they said that to the Prophet ﷺ, لولا أنزل عليه ملك. Why we don't see an angel? So we need something different. Something has special powers. How can we believe a person, he's eating and drinking and walking like us? So they want something so strange. But the idea is, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala discussed this or mentioned this in Surah Al-An'am, that if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala like to send an angel, so how the people will receive that angel? Is he sending them an angel in his original shape? They cannot bear that. ولو جعلناه ملكا لجعلناه رجلا. So, but if we'd like to send an angel, he will be in the shape of a man. Then if he's in the shape of a man, what's the difference? How you will now recognize between him and an angel? Because then you will say, oh, you are a man. You are saying you are an angel. You are a liar. So the idea of sending a man to the people, this is what Hud alayhi salam, he's confirming here. And he reminded them of two of the graces of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The first thing, that he made you khulafa after Nuh, that you inherited many things after the people of Nuh alayhi salam. And you remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala destroyed the people of Nuh. All of them destroyed. Only few people believed in him, saved, but the others destroyed. And you know their story. Because when he said to them, خلفاء من بعد قوم نوح, this means that they know what happened to them. Otherwise, this information doesn't mean anything. So they know what happened to them. And he reminded them of another thing, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed you with something, that your bodies has special features. And the Mufassirin here, they are talking about a lot of things. They are talking about their height. Maybe they said, in one of, I think Ibn Kathir said, the shortest used to be about 60 dhira, which is about 30 meters. And some of them 100 dhira, which means 50 meters. And they are so big that if they are able to close or open something with with stones or carry something with stones. These days, if you bring 500 people, they will not carry it. Obviously, all these stories, it's not, I cannot say that anyone can say it is authentic, but the idea is these Mufassirin, Jazakumullah khairan, for all their efforts to explain the Quran to us, they are trying to explain these things. How زادكم في الخلق بسطة? What does it mean that increased your imply in its stature? So what's this? So they imagined it in certain way, and there are some maybe narrations from other books about them. But it is easy to understand that yes, their shape is something more than the other people, because these people, they used to live in mountains, and they are doing a lot of work, and even they used to have factories. وتتخذون مصانع علكم تخلدون, which is mentioned in Surah Al-Ahqaf. So these people, they were massive. Then he, at the end, he reminded them that remember all these graces of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The people, they replied in the same argument. قالوا أجئتنا لنعبد الله وحده ونذر ما كان يعبد آباؤنا فأتنا بما تعدنا إن كنت من الصادقين. They said, you have come to us that we should worship Allah alone and forsake that which our fathers used to worship. So bring us that wherewith you have threatened us, if you are of the truth. So as I said earlier, their rejection built on this is what we used to worship, and this is what our forefathers used to worship. And now you came to us asking us to leave all of these things for you. I will tell you something. Now you are threatening us that there will be a punishment and destruction. If you are telling the truth, bring that destruction. And this shows how stubborn these people and how arrogant. And they should say, thank you for your advice, and we'd like to listen to your advice. Now, Hud alayhi salam has no choice, but he has to warn them the final warning. قال قد وقع عليكم من ربكم رجس وغضب أتجادلونني في أسماء سميتموها أنتم وآباؤكم ما نزل الله بها من سلطان فانتظروا إني معكم من المنتظرين. Who said, torment and wrath have already fallen on you from your Lord. Dispute you with me over names which you have named you and your fathers with no authority from Allah. Then wait, I am with you among those who wait. So he said to them, the punishment is coming, and you are asking me or arguing with me about gods you call them. You made them and you called them. You gave them the names. Subhanallah. Wait. So what happened? فأنجيناه والذين معه برحمة منا وقطعنا دابر الذين كذبوا بآياتنا وما كانوا مؤمنين. So we saved him and those who were with him by a mercy from us, and we cut the roots of those who build our ayats, proofs, evidence, verses, lessons, signs, revelations, and they were not believers. Inshallah, we'll continue what's left from the story, and in the second part, inshallah, I will talk about the story of Salih alayhi salatu wasalam. So please keep tuning on Inspire FM 105.1, and don't forget our brothers and sisters in Gaza who needs a lot of prayers from us, and let us try to help them as much as we can. See you in a minute. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
This program will continue after the break. Continue listening to Inspire FM. Inspire FM.
Inspire 105.1 FM.
I'm Aaron, creative producer of Ricky's Cycle, a interactive children's live show for children.
And I'm Victoria, and I'm part of the cast of Ricky's Cycle, and you are listening to Inspire FM on 105.1.
Why do Tops Pizza deliver the top pizzas in Luton and Dunstable?
For a start, all the toppings are 100% halal, and Tops use fresh dough every day. Then there's the cheese, the highest quality available. And when it comes to food preparation, cleanliness is taken as part of our faith. So that just leaves the taste, choice, and great offers, including buy one, get one free on all medium, large, and extra large pizzas. Tops Pizzas, Wellington Street, LU1 5AA. Order online, topspizza.com, or via Just Eat. Download our app or call 01582 72 5000.
Lee Grade Heating Supplies. With over 20 years of experience, we're the largest independent plumbers merchant in the area, specialising in all types of plumbing and heating, as well as combination boilers and megaflow cylinders. Whether you need a new bathroom or a complete new heating system, LHS is the place. Come along to our brand new bathroom showroom at Unit 1, 3 Chorlend Lane, Luton, to see the latest range of quality bathrooms. Or log on to leegrave.net. We're an Interpart-approved stockist for all genuine spares. Our new store in Bedford is now also fully opened. Lee Grade Heating Supplies. Call Luton 84 86 88.
Picture, if you will, a small local business navigating the way through these tough economic times. They wait for the phone to ring, but it never happens. They thought they could save money by not advertising, and now they've been forgotten. They're trapped in the has-been zone.
Don't let your business get lost in the has-been zone. Remind your customers that you're still around to deliver your products and services with a low-cost, effective and ear-catching radio campaign here on Inspire FM. For details, visit inspirefm.org, then contact us.
How many times have you needed urgent medical supplies but don't know where to go? At Harris Pharmacy, we take pride in delivering a high-level healthcare to our community. This is why we have services such as private one-to-one consultation, free prescription ordering from GP and delivery to your home, mobility aids such as providing wheelchairs and many other items for everyday use. Call us today on free phone 0800 458 2850 to discuss your medical needs. We are open from 9 a.m. till 7 p.m. Monday to Friday and 9 a.m. till 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Harris Pharmacy, 165 A/B, Dunstable Road, Luton.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम, मेरा नाम किरण है। कोट कश्मीर ऑर्फन्स रिलीफ ट्रस्ट मेरा एक खूबसूरत घर है जहां मेरे साथ सैकड़ों यतीम और बेसहारा बच्चों की तालीम, तरबियत और पुरसुकून माहौल में परवरिश हो रही है, और ये सब कुछ आपके तावन से मुमकिन है। अल्लाह से दुआ है कि अल्लाह करीम आपको सदा सलामत रखे, और उम्मीद है कि आप इसी तरह अपना प्यार, मोहब्बत और तावन जारी रखेंगे। कोट UK ऑफिस 0300123774 court.org.uk।
आजकल एक नया फ्रॉड चल रहा है। आपको मुख्तलिफ लोग मुख्तलिफ कंपनियों और मुख्तलिफ बैंकों के नाम से टेलीफोन करते हैं और आपको लॉटरी जीतने की खुशखबरी देते हैं, और फिर जोनसा देकर आपसे रकम वसूल करके भाग जाते हैं। ऐसी तमाम फोन कॉल से होशियार रहें। इंस्पायर एफएम कम्युनिटी अवेयरनेस मैसेज।
From the studios of Inspire FM, the time is now 10:30.
Allahu, Allahu, Allahu.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، وأفضل الصلاة وأتم التسليم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Dear brothers and sisters, welcome to the second part of Tadabarul Quran show with me, Sheikh Ahmed and Nashash. And this show is live from the studios of Inspire FM in Luton 105.1, and you can listen to it through Aslam Radio from Peterborough, and you can watch it by going to the Facebook page of Inspire FM. So in the first part, I spoke about Hud alayhi salam, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent him to his tribe Ad, and I reached ayah 72, and I'll just repeat the ayah and explain what happened. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم فأنجيناه والذين معه برحمة منا وقطعنا دابر الذين كذبوا بآياتنا وما كانوا مؤمنين. So he saved him and those who were with him by mercy from us, and we cut the roots of those who bellied our ayahs, proves, evidence, verses, lessons, signs, revelations, etc., and they were not believers. So here Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala telling us that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saved him and the believers with the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and he completely finished all those who rejected the da'wah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And in other places of the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us that he sent on them very strong wind, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned that in Surah Al-Haqqa, وَأَمَّا عَادٌ فَأُهْلِكُوا بِرِيحٍ صَرْصَرٍ عَاتِيَةٍ سَخَّرَهَا عَلَيْهِمْ 7 ليال و8 أيام حسوما فترى القوم فيها صرعى كأنهم أعجاز نخل خاوية فهل ترى لهم من باقية. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said about Ad, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala finished them, destroyed them with a very cold wind, and very also strong wind, and it came to them for 7 nights and 8 days, and you'll find the people, all the people, sar'a, all of them dead, as they are like the ruined trees or palm trees. And so these people, they completely finished because they rejected Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now we'll come to the story of Salih alayhi salatu wassalam from ayah 73 in Surah Al-A'raf. وإلى ثمود أخاهم صالحا قال يا قوم اعبدوا الله ما لكم من إله غيره قد جاءتكم بينة من ربكم هذه ناقة الله لكم آية فذروها تأكل في أرض الله ولا تمسوها بسوء فيأخذكم عذاب أليم. And to Thamud people we sent their brother Salih. He said, O my people, worship Allah, you have no other ilah, God but Him. La ilaha illallah, none has the right to be worshipped but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Indeed, there has come to you a clear sign, the miracle of the coming out of a huge she-camel from the midst of a rock. From your Lord, this she-camel of Allah is a sign unto you, so you leave her to graze in Allah's earth and touch her not with harm, lest a painful torment should seize you. So, the people of Thamud used to live in the way between Tabuk and Al-Medina. And Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he went to Tabuk, in the Battle of Tabuk in the year 9 of Hijrat Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when they passed that place, Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, firstly, he said to them, we have to pass quickly. And this is the sunnah. If we pass a place where our people being destroyed or punished, stay away from that and don't try to go and see what happened to them and all of these things. So Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he said, pass that place quickly. And even in one of the hadith, that when they passed, they found the wells there, and they started to cook from that, and they started to try to make bread. So Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam asked them to throw that away, because this is the area of the people who been punished. And until now, it is there. So if you pass that area, there is an area called Madain Salih. This is a well-known area, as I said, between Tabuk, which is the north of Saudi Arabia these days, and close to the border of Jordan, and between Medina. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala started here the story, the same of the story of Hud, وَإِلَى ثَمُودَ أَخَاهُمْ صَالِحًا. So he's one of them, they know him, and the message the same. قَالَ يَا قَوْمِ اعْبُدُوا اللَّهَ مَا لَكُم مِّنْ إِلَٰهٍ غَيْرُهُ. O my people, worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You have no other God except him. But now there is difference between Salih and Hud, that Hud didn't bring any miracle. Salih brought a miracle. And according to the stories of the prophets, or the stories mentioned in the Quran, he was the first messenger, came with a miracle that the people asked for. And according to the narration mentioned in the tafsir, that after Salih alayhi salam spoke to them, called them to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they said, okay, can you bring us a miracle? He said, what miracle? And they said, can you see this rock? And that rock, they can see there is no cracks in it. It is very strong rock. They said, can you see that rock? He said, yes. They said, if you can bring from that rock a she-camel, we believe in you. And obviously this challenge was a challenge from people. They are not imagining, they didn't come to their mind at all that this might happen. How can you bring a she-camel from a rock? She-camel can come from a camel. If they said, move this rock, or bring water from that rock, okay, that something can happen. But what they asked for something no one can imagine that might happen. Salih alayhi salam prayed to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this shows you how much Salih alayhi salam cares about the guidance of these people. And he knows that he's asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for something very strange. But this shows you as well how Salih alayhi salam believed in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that he is able to do anything. Ala kulli shay'in qadir. And this is something, brothers and sisters, we need to believe all the time. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ala kulli shay'in qadir. That he can do anything, even beyond what we are imagining, what we are thinking. La ilaha illahu. So Salih alayhi salam prayed, and all the people were watching. And Subhanallah al-Azim, Subhanallah al-Azim, that rock cracked, and a massive she-camel came from it. Everyone looked, and they cannot believe that this happened. And as Ibn Kathir and Imam al-Tabari mentioned, before he asked Salih alayhi salam, he said to them, look, I will ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but there is conditions. The first condition, you believe, because you asked for this miracle. Secondly, this she-camel will drink one day from the well there, and the other day you drink. So you cannot water it in the same day. So one day for the camel, the she-camel, and one day for you. And the day that it is for the camel, you can drink from its milk. So in both ways you are winners. And they accepted. They said, if this happen, we'll believe in you and say all the conditions you want. We are agreeing with that. So the she-camel came, and one of the leaders believed in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala straight away. Others, they rejected, and everything went fine. And he said to them, look, ذروها تأكل في أرض الله. This she-camel doesn't affect you in any way. Let this she-camel go and graze in Allah's earth. It's not from you. It will not eat from your land. It is the land of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And don't touch her with harm. And if you do, then a painful torment should seize you. Then Salih alayhi salam reminded him, واذكروا إذ جعلكم خلفاء من بعد عاد وبوأكم في الأرض تتخذون من سهولها قصورا وتنحتون الجبال بيوتا فاذكروا آلاء الله ولا تعثوا في الأرض مفسدين. And remember when he made you successors after Ad people, and gave you habitations in the land, you build for yourselves palaces in plains and carve out homes in the mountains. So remember the graces bestowed upon you from Allah, and do not go about making mischief on the earth. So he reminded them of few things. The first thing, that you are successors after Ad. And you know what happened to Ad. You are in the same area. And also, Allah gave you the ability that you are making palaces in the earth. And also you are making or carving homes in the mountains. So remember the grace of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And don't spread corruption on earth. What was the reply? قال الملأ الذين استكبروا من قومه للذين استضعفوا لمن آمن منهم أتعلمون أن صالحا مرسل من ربه قالوا إنا بما أرسل به مؤمنون. The leaders of those who were arrogant among his people said to those who were counted weak, to such of them as believed, know you that Salih is one sent from his Lord, they said, we indeed believe in that which we has been sent. So al-Mala, now again, these leaders who are arrogant, they said to the believers who followed Saleh, and those who they saw the miracle in front of their eyes, and they can see it now every day. And now they are as they have no idea. Oh, do you know that Saleh is a messenger from his Lord? From his Lord. They didn't say messenger from Allah. So as he's the Lord of his Lord and he's not their Lord, subhanallah. So those who believed in Saleh clearly, openly, without any fear, they said, Inna bima ursila bihi mu'minun. We indeed believe in that which he has been sent. What was the reply of these Mala, the leaders? قال الذين استكبروا إنا بالذي آمنتم به كافرون. Those who were arrogant said, verily we disbelieved in that which you believe in. So you believe in him, we don't believe. So what they did, فعقروا الناقة وعتوا عن أمر ربهم وقالوا يا صالح ائتنا بما تعدنا إن كنت من المرسلين. So they killed the she-camel and alternately defied the commandments of their Lord and said, O Salih, bring about your threats if you are indeed one of the messengers of Allah. And here, فعقروا الناقة, they killed the she-camel. Short story behind this, that the she-camel was going on and drinking one day the water, the other day the people drinks. But few people, and according to Al-Tabari and Ibn Kathir, actually two women, they took the lead in the conspiracy to kill the she-camel. And they started talking, then two of the men agreed to the ideas of these two ladies. Then they brought another 7 with them, so they were 9. And they decided that they will kill the she-camel. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala informed Salih about their plan. And also they planned to kill Salih as well. And because Salih, he said to them, after Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala informed him that they are going to do this, he warned them that if you do this, then Allah will punish you. There is no doubt about this. They said, if this is the case, if he's telling the truth, we'll kill him before we are killed. And if he's a liar, we'll get rid of him. And so they made the plan to kill the she-camel. And so one of them, he was hiding at the beginning of the route that she-camel used to take, and the other one used to do this. And the first one shot the she-camel with an arrow, and the other one completed, and they killed the she-camel. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala punished them for that. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, فأخذتهم الرجفة فأصبحوا في دارهم جاثمين. So the earthquake seized them, and they lay dead, prostrate in their homes. So the story, as mentioned in other ayahs in the Quran, Salah alayhi salam warned them 3 days. So the first day, everything became yellow. The second, everything became red. The third day became black. And then there was a wind entered their homes because they were afraid from the punishment. So they stayed in their homes and closed the doors, believing that this will save them from the punishment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So they closed their doors and stayed there waiting for what will happen. Then the rih, the wind, came on them, and also there was an earthquake, and all of them destroyed. And this is how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala destroyed all those who rejected Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, who was saved? Salih and the believers. So what he said, فتولى عنهم وقال يا قوم لقد أبلغتكم رسالة ربي ونصحت لكم ولكن لا تحبون الناصحين. Then he Salih turned from them and said, O my people, I have indeed conveyed to you the message of my Lord and had given you good advice, but you like not good advisors. So obviously Salih alayhi salam, he was sad to see that his people destroyed in this way, because he tried his best to call them. He asked for a miracle. He brought the miracle, kept advising them, threatening them, but they don't listen. So he turned from them and he said to them, I delivered the message to you. I advised you, but you don't like those who are advising. And this is, unfortunately, brothers and sisters, is the situation of many people these days, that they will hear the advice from imams, sheikhs, scholars. Children, their parents advise them, look, don't do this. If you do this, you might be harmed, you might go astray. Mothers advising their daughters, listen, my lovely daughter, fear Allah. Don't listen to those who are trying to mislead you. Be aware from those who try to show you that, yeah, they love you and they will establish for you a paradise on earth. Don't listen to these people. Wait for your qismat, that your qisma will come. Don't just follow your desires. You see someone who's going astray and you say, brother, you know, the way that you are doing is wrong. It's haram. Fear Allah. There is no need to continue in this. What will happen? In many cases, لا تحبون الناصحين. The people, they don't like good advisors. Subhanallah. You find many people, they prefer the wrong advice. But when you come to them and give them good advice, they don't listen. And this is what happened to the people of Salih, the people of Thamud. Salih alayhi salam advised them, tried his best, brought them a miracle which they never imagined that might happen, but they rejected. And what was the end? They destroyed. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala save all of us from all types of destruction. Brothers and sisters, we are in the end of the month of Rajab. So in a few days will be Sha'ban. So let us, all of us, start to prepare ourselves for Ramadan. And while we are thinking about Ramadan, I'd like to remind all of you, brothers and sisters, to think and make dua to all or for all our brothers and sisters in Palestine who are suffering. In this cold weather, they are suffering a lot. They need your dua. They need your help. So try your best to help them. And you can go to our website, hayataid.org, contribute what you can. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept all of that from you and protect all of you. Jazakumullah khairan. Barakallahu feekum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Want to know what's going on in Luton? Visit us at inspirefm.org for the latest